Hello again, STRUCKTLF. Here I am with another upcoming games video for October 2023. This one is dedicated to low profile, not so well known games that are two-dimensional, 2D low profile games, 2D underdogs, you can call them whatever you want, but those are games that I personally think deserve the spotlight, even though they most likely aren't going to be as popular, as massive hits as a AAA title per se. I've got 13 titles. The list, I had to remove some games. One of them, for example, changed the release date from quarter 4 to January and so on. In general, 13 games is more than enough. That means I have maybe a little bit more time to speak for each game. I hope you enjoy the games, and quick reminder, where possible, I would be including in the description Epic creator links and Humble partner links. If you use those, I would be thankful, because if you use them and buy a game, I'm getting a small percentage of it through Epic and Humble. Now that we've gotten this out of the way, buckle up, STRUCKTLF, and let's go. First on this list, and keep in mind this list will be on chronological order of release date, is Asterogues. Asterogues is a game that did release on the 30th of September, so technically it's a September game, but I still feel it's fine to include it in this October video, because you can be playing it in October for 1 day difference. It's developed by Pipochi 600 and is published by Freedom Games. Already positive reviews. It's an early access title, so it's not full release. There will be updates, and it will be improving as time goes. Beat up planets in Asterogues, a cosmic bullet hell shoot 'em up hybrid. Pick your character from a band of outcasts banished to the asteroid belt. Dodge and shoot your way through a brutal onslaught of bullets and take revenge against the solar system. It looks fun. I'm digging that style. If you're into action roguelike bullet hells with decent 2D graphics, then definitely you might want to check this game out. Next on this list is Quasimorph, which was known as Quasimorphosis, but eventually got renamed to Quasimorph. Developed by Magnum Scriptum, published by Hype Train Digital, it released on early access as an early access title on the 2nd of October 2023, so you can already play it. There was a downloadable demo, no longer anymore, I guess. Take on a role of a hardened PMC fighter in a dark turn-based extraction RPG. Engage in unforgiving combat, manage your ship, and pile up the bodies of your clones to unravel the dark mystery behind threat to all life. So yeah, if you're into turn-based strategy RPG games, if you wanna check out a new one, this one is a nice suggestion. It's already out, as I mentioned. You can already download it and play it. Of course, the price is $19.99, currently 10% off to $17.99. It's not too much, it's not too little, but there is a massive development roadmap spanning all the way to quarter 3 2024. So developers have ideas. Hopefully they can manage to improve the game, and hopefully some of you out there enjoy it. Next on the list is a game called Mercenaries of the Kingdom First Blood. Party-based roguelite RPG set in Earthio, a fantasy world. Hire various races of mercenaries, equip them, create battle formations, and grab the loot. Kill tens of thousands of enemies using steel and spells. Developed and self-published by Insane Dreamers, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a solo developer. Releasing, at the day I'm recording and releasing this video, the 4th of October 2023. It's still not released because there's few more hours until it releases, so I can't tell you what the price is, but I can tell you it will be an early access game. And if it looks like your kind of game, definitely check it out. Hopefully it's not overpriced. But it looks definitely promising. There will be 6 races, 12 magical knowledge, 210 plus weapons, hundreds of mercenaries to hire, 140 plus different enemies. So definitely a game that as an early access release is boasting a lot of things and a lot of diversity. It seems like many people love those types of action roguelites, reverse bullet hell, or whatever you want to call it. So another one under the form of Mercenaries of the Kingdom First Blood is already, well, almost already out. Next up is a game called Dottage or Dotage. There is a downloadable demo on Steam if you want to download it. It's developed and self-published by Michel Piruvano, so another Soul Dev game. It's saying release date coming soon, but I was able to figure out the release date from various posts and stuff as the 4th of October. Not sure why it's not showing up. Maybe a few hours later it will be showing up. By the time you're watching this video, it probably would be out on Steam. Village Elder, help us. The apocalypse is approaching and we need your guidance to survive. Assign your workers and build a thriving village against the pending doom. H is the merciless survival roguelite turn-based city builder. Will you fulfill the prophecy? Well, if it sounds like your kind of game, just check it out. Next up is a game that got delayed from its August release to an October release because they didn't want to release around Baldur's Gate 3. They wanted to let the hype die out a little. I did mention this game in my August upcoming 2D games, but now Heads Will Roll Reforged deserves another mention, another reminder about it. Developed by 1917 Studios, published by Valkyrie Interactive, releasing on the 4th of October 2023, again the same date I'm recording this video and uploading it, but since there's a few hours left until the release, I can't tell you the exact price. They probably won't overprice it as the other Heads Will Roll games haven't been overpriced. Hardcore survival RPG with non-linear story that lets you play as a young medieval soldier who, over the course of battles and adventures, becomes the most formidable and respected knight of his era. Or, if he's not lucky enough, perishes in the chaos of the 100 Years' War. So it's a dark permadeath RPG with a lot of replay value apparently, with some, I think, romance options or maybe interaction with fair maidens. Overall, interesting, fun game that I think some of you out there might enjoy. Speaking of knights, well, another game related to knights and stuff. Knight versus Giant, the Broken Excalibur. It's a very smooth and nice looking graphics and visuals and animation for a 2D game. And the combat looks, again, smooth and well polished. So Knight vs. Giant, the Broken Excalibur is described in the following way. Step into the griefs of King Arthur in this fantasy action roguelite and wield the Broken Excalibur in a quest to rescue the scattered citizens of Camelot. Banish the calamitous void giant and escape from the astral dimension once and for all. Developed by Gambir Studio, published by P-Cube, releasing on the 5th of October 2023. There is a downloadable free demo on Steam if you wanna check it out, and the game will apparently be on Xbox XS and on Switch. It's not mentioning about Xbox One, but assuming it's not a heavy game that also runs on Switch, it wouldn't make sense to not release it on Xbox One as well. So it looks fun, it looks cool. It's an interesting action roguelite RPG. You upgrade your base, you have that permanent progression, so it's like more of a roguelite than roguelike. And I think many of you out there might enjoy this game. So as long as they don't overprice it, I can see the game doing very well in terms of sales. Next on the list is a game called Harvest Island. It is a horror farming simulator. Another game made by a Soul Dev. Developed by Yobop and published by Yobop Games, releasing on the 10th of October 2023, and there is a downloadable demo on Steam that you can check out for free. Pray to the gods and never ask questions as you enjoy your blissful farming days. Just don't wander off too far from the comfort of your home. It's safer to play around the farm than discovering the secrets and mysteries of this remote island. As I mentioned, horror farming simulator. Very interesting combination of words to stand next to each other. It will be on Epic, Steam, and on the Humble Store, as well as on itch.io. So if you're interested, make sure to check it out. Next on the list is a game from Arc System Works as a developer and publisher. And Arc System Works, to those of you who may not know it, are the developers of Guilty Gear. River City Rival Showdown is definitely very different from Guilty Gear. And River City Ransom is back, rebuilt from the ground up, rekindle old rivalries and relive past rumbles through a completely revamped story. It's releasing on the 11th of October 2023, so if you were fans of the original River City Ransom, then River City Rival Showdown will definitely be something you would enjoy. Action beat 'em up, pixel graphics, 2D game that again has that old school retro vibe, but it has some modernized things, and again also the completely revamped story that I just mentioned earlier. So if you're looking for something like this, make sure to check it out. I don't think this will be overpriced considering the scope of the game. So again, if it's not overpriced, it will definitely find its audience. Next up is Rungor, a game which I tried as a demo back in the day. They're releasing on the 12th of October 2023 as an early access title, developed by Your Mom's HP and Raven JM, published by Grab the Games, Gamera Games, and Upgrade Point. So, three publishers. What a mess. The game was extremely interesting and fun to mess around with when the demo came. So I think many of you out there would enjoy it. It's a nice mashup of genres. Card game mechanics, check. Real-time battles, check. Silly humor, check. If this isn't the game of your dreams, I don't know what is. Also, we have hidden memes everywhere. LOL. This is the description on Steam. And yes, it definitely feels nice the way they've designed the game, but also the RNG could make or break your run. So you're kind of enslaved by the RNG, and if you're not getting lucky, you're fucked. There's no way to negate bad RNG in this game, unfortunately. Next up is a remaster of a classic, Gargoyles Remastered. Relive the legend of Goliath and save the world from destruction. Releasing on the 19th of October 2023. If you're fans of the Gargoyles Disney animation and the Gargoyles game, well, finally a remaster of this game is coming. Maybe Disney might end up even reviving the show as a online web series or something. Developed by Empty Clip Studios, published by Disney, as to be expected. Gargoyles Remaster definitely seems to capture, but it also has instant rewind. It captures the old school vibe of the old Gargoyles game, but having that instant rewind is very nice for the more casual out there who don't want to replay a whole level if they mess up, and just let them rewind a few seconds back and retrace their steps. So hopefully it is fun, as fun as it looks. Next is a game called Folk Hero. Folk Hero is an action slasher with roguelite elements set in the world of Slavic fantasy. Explore the ever-changing island, find treasures, combine weapons and artifacts to defeat the mythical enemies. Well, not the, to defeat mythical enemies, pardon me. Challenge your skills. One life, one try. Developed by Chudo Yudo Games and published by Targem Games. Releasing on the 19th of October 2023, there is a free downloadable demo on Steam that you can check out. So if you're into action roguelike games, action roguelite games, there's a lot coming this month, and again, this is one of those. Check the demo, and if you like it, you know what to do. Next up, another game being revived, another franchise being revived, Strike Force Heroes. It's an old school arena shooter rebuilt with modern mechanics with full cooperative and PvP online multiplayer. It melts over the top action with epic storytelling in this intense remake of the hit Flash game. Yes, it was a Flash game. If you're old enough like me to know and remember Flash games. So it's developed by Sky9 Games, it's published by Indie Arc, and it will release on the 19th of October 2023 as a full release. No early access whatsoever, a full nice release. So if you're looking forward to Strike Force Heroes, even if you haven't played the previous old school Flash game, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would enjoy it. Again, as long as it's not overpriced. At the end of this list, we have a title called Below the Stone. It doesn't have a fixed release date, but it has a bracket, and that bracket is Q4 2023. Developed by Straw Art, published by Apogee Entertainment, there is a downloadable free demo that you can try, and Below the Stone is a pixel art roguelike about dwarves on the quest for the deepest depths. A place where each and every descent will lead to new adventures, and where only the most determined dwarves with many lost lives will be rewarded by the hidden world lying below the stone. So if it sounds like your kind of game, if it looks like your kind of game in the footage you're seeing, you could wishlist it, you could follow it, you could try the demo, and eventually on the 17th of November, check it out, unless it comes early. To get notified when I upload more content like this one or other builds and guides for Wooter and not so Wooter games, you can subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to not miss out on notifications. As well as keep in mind there's something called memberships on YouTube, which lets you be a paying member for my channel to get access to perks such as emotes and badges made by me, as well as the option to get one-on-one tutoring for the very basics of Adobe Photoshop, Premiere and After Effects. And memberships can be cancelled at any time if you no longer want to be a member. Thanks for watching all the way until the end, STRUCKTLF. Keep it cool until next time, and goodbye.